Phoenix is transcending. Hi, my name's Nick.
And I'm Mike.
Glad you found us. This morning I woke up with the question on my mind, why? That question has so many layers, it's almost unbelievable. And so many answers. Today we're going to just touch base on a few of them. Why? Why did a girlfriend of 2+ years betray me and basically reveal that she was never my girlfriend? She was just part of a cult. Why, at the same time that was happening, did lifelong friends of mine betray me, threaten me, blackmail me, and seem to enjoy it? Why did other people around me, not just friends, but neighbors, customers, random people that I'd meet out, basically riddle me the information needed to let me know that they knew about me, they knew personal details of my life, and they were most certainly part of this cult? Why, for the first time in my life, at 41 years old, did I experience witchcraft, sorcery, and the effects of potions or whatever witches brew up? Why did this all start right around COVID? And what are the connections between that and what we are experiencing in our everyday life right now? Well, the cult-like tactics that my ex used on me towards the end, which just completely blindsided me. They were gaslighting, which is horrible. Darvo, which, if you don't know what Darvo is, it stands for deny, attack, reverse the victim and the offender. And it is a psychological warfare tool used by somebody to throw you off their scent if they are up to no good and you are catching on to it. And it works beautifully. When it's used properly by somebody who's experienced at it, you don't even know what hit you. Let's see, how else does this connect? The cult-like tactics. Gaslighting, Darvo, shaming. We see a lot of that right now. Good intentions, which I mean by that pulling on the heartstrings of people. She was pulling on my heartstrings, using good intentions, using my own empathy, my own feelings of good intent against me to try to coerce me into doing what she wanted me to do. I had asked you earlier today when we were talking, why does somebody lie? And what did we come up with?
Just to manipulate.
To manipulate. The only reason somebody lies is to either cover up something that they did, which is a form of manipulation, or to get you to do something that they want you to do. And boy, we're seeing a lot of that today. Why, since this has all taken place, have I experienced psychological torture? What do I mean by that? From threats on my life, to threats on my daughter's life, to what I consider purposeful torture from women I've had dates set up with who just completely ghosted me, never even gave me an explanation, repeatedly, time after time. I know that can happen every now and then, but when it happens repeatedly, you have to start to wonder, oh, what's going on here? And I'm going to tell you, that's been something that has happened quite often lately. Something else that I woke up thinking about that connects to this is the story of the Buddha. Why all of this is happening, why I feel like I have figured something out I have information that can help other people, and it all relates to the story of the Buddha, I believe. And just in the quickest summary you've ever heard of the Buddha, he gained enlightenment. He figured things out. He realized what life was about. He realized the spiritual end of life. But it wasn't enough for him just to know this and to transcend to a higher way of being. It was worthless unless he brought everyone else with him. And through my lived experience, I can, beyond a reasonable doubt, prove that God is real. The devil is real. This death cult that is most certainly among us, and a organized secret society possibly. Or we talked about something earlier today that I think could be thought of very intensely on this, because one of the main questions, one of the problems I've had since the very beginning of my encounter with this evil has been not just why, but how. How is it so well organized, and how is the gaslighting and the transfer of knowledge of my personal life to so many people all the way around? And
it seems immediate.
It seems immediate. It seems just so well. The amount of emails or phone conversations that this cabal would have to have going on, it really would be quite astounding. It would be almost unbelievable. But if we're going to think of unbelievable ideas, which I really believe that part of being enlightened is opening up your mind to possibilities and ideas that seem unbelievable, but anything is possible. That's one thing this last year has proven to me. Anything is possible. The hive mind. Basically, if any of you watch Star Trek like I did as a kid, it gets to the whole idea of the Borg, and that one brain or one entity, one evil can work through a large amount of avatars, basically. That's what it could be.
Or really just the population.
Just the population. What does that mean? I believe it means that if you allow yourself to go against your own morals and values, basically to sin against God, if you are part of the damned, we can put it like that, which I think there's no other way to look at it, then this evil, this demon entity, this possible alien, it's kind of coincidental that the government for the first time in our history is declassifying information about UFOs and possible alien encounters and talking about it regularly and kind of making it sound like there could be aliens among us. They walk among us. I don't believe that's really what it is. I think it's just another one of the smoke and mirrors to this whole game, this whole facade that is the devil at work using his demons, which then use their minions, which are people who have sinned against God enough that they have become possessed and are therefore being used as avatars towards the evil plan. A society where women and men can be liberated without fear of consequences for their bad behavior is the main cause of all the chaos we are in right now. All of the stories of the Bible, a lot of the stories that fairy tales are made of, they all kind of talk about the same thing. It is evil spread throughout society, and when evil reaches a dangerous high, then God has to intervene and has to cleanse. I don't believe we're to that point yet. I sure hope we're not to that point yet. I believe that Jesus saves us all, and if people repent for their sins and accept God and really just improve yourself daily and become a better person, try to become a better person. It definitely can't hurt anything. As Dr. Jordan Peterson puts it, tell the truth, or at least don't lie, because you may not know what the truth is. None of us might actually know what the truth is. The truth is something that we all search for, but you know when you're telling a lie. You know when there's something that is untrue, but yet you speak it. And that is, and I believe I touched base on this in the last episode, that is the key that most of the historians who have studied the Holocaust, the Soviet Union, Maoist China, all of these areas that had something extraordinarily evil happen, a change in society, millions of deaths. And the key to it all seems to be when people accept a lie, live the lie, and willingly participate in a societal lie. And I'm scared that is what COVID is, because we are constantly being lied to. It seems like the flip-flopping, the change in mandates, the change in science, constantly, almost every day now, seems to be a big lie. And lots of people are willingly accepting the lie, living the lie, and speaking the lie. Morals and values matter. So Mike and I were talking earlier, and the question was asked, and we would like to ask this question to all of you. We'd really like some feedback. We'd like some interaction with you, and we would like to expand the answer to this question. I think Mike had the best answer yet. So the question was, what does success mean to you? And Mike, why don't you tell us your answer?
Well, to me, success means attaining the freedom to be generous. Well, it can be awfully vague, but I think that's a broad enough brush to define my version of success, and to be able to put the needs of others on the same level that you put your own, or sometimes even before.
There's no better way of being. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. That's one of the key phrases from the Bible, which means not only do you have to love your neighbor, which basically we're all neighbors, but you also have to love yourself. It starts with loving yourself. And then when you love yourself for who you are and who you can be, love others and do everything you can for others. One of the most valuable phrases I've ever heard is God became man so man could become like God. What does that mean to me? How I envision that is Jesus, who was God in man's body, a perfect man who never sinned, never caused pain to anyone else, never betrayed anyone, never lied, only did good, only told the truth, only spread love. One of the most important things he did was cast out demons in people. And I believe that is the key to what we are going to be up against here soon. There are people that we love, people that I love. That is the main reason why I am doing this. The main reason why Phoenix is Transcending is the most important part of my life, other than my child right now, is because I miss my friends. I love my friends. I even love my ex still, who seemed to have nothing but evil intentions towards me, but I know it's not her fault. I believe she is possessed by something evil, and I believe the definition of that is a demon. And these people can be saved. We need to show love, forgiveness, and wake people up to the fact that they just need to better their lives, repent, and stop sinning. Transcend your suffering. Become a phoenix.